It's me, your local boring son of a bitch, playing some Gran Turismo. Well, I raced the first 3 races in this Competition de France, race 3. Pardon my French. So basically, what I'm driving right now is the Alpine A110 2017. What I remember, Grand Tour, James May reviewed this car and he liked it. I mean, it looks pretty well made, I guess. I don't know anything much about French cars, but since it's European, it must be crap. So, yeah, like I said, pardon my French. Layout is MR, which is mid-engine rear drive, which is rear engine mid-drive, some shit. I don't know what the fuck it is. It's 3 a.m. in the fucking morning. My brain is not working right anymore. Check out my car settings. It's level 2 right now because if I go a little higher, it's gonna be past the threshold, so I can't race the car. So it has to be 295. And I dropped the weight down to 2138. I'd rather have a slow engine with a light car than a fast engine with a heavy car. That's just me. I'm not into muscle cars. That's the whole point. But driving this car around, pretty much fun. See, I'm in Brands Hatch Indy Circuit, about 1.21 miles, 5 laps. And let's see what I can do here. Hopefully I'll stop eating grass. Oh shit, this car's twitchy. What I hear about this car I'm driving, the A110, it's a revive from the old Alpine A110. I don't know if it's pronounced Alpine or Alpine, you know how French are with their weird language and shit that I don't fucking understand because I suck at speaking other people's language. But anyway, it was modeled after that, so the lines are almost similar, except, you know, we're in the 21st century, so we put some lame-ass 21st century shits in the cars. I mean, I could have picked this car, you know, even though it's 110 horsepower, you know, this car in front of me, it's a Renault. At least it weighs nothing, even though it's only a 110 horsepower car. If only I picked that car and make miracle turns around it, that'd be great. I don't know if you guys know, but driving an MRs are tricky. So when you let go of the gas and try to turn, it would fucking slide like a slippery fish. Fishtail is not even fucking worth mentioning. In order to correct that, you have to feather the throttle in order to gain traction. Ignore this. Ignore that. Now I got sand in my fucking intake. So anyway, yes, that's how tricky MR's mid-engine rear drive vehicles are. It's not like these 2 front fucks, they're all front drives. You know, it's to them it's easy to drive this shit, especially here in Brands Hatch. Me, I'm sweating my hands off. Fucking try to struggle with this bullshit. Not because MRs are the shittiest car to drive, it's just I'm a shitty driver. So and then all you all-wheel drive people will be saying, oh, I should have got an all-wheel drive shit. I'm like, yeah. Here's the thing though, I don't cheat. Not because all-wheel drive are cheating cars, it's just I just want to drive this thing, you know, having fun driving on an MR rather than, you know, MR all-wheel drive, like the new NSX, with the weird layout with a hybrid. So one of those Porsches. Porsches are actually rear engine rear drive. That means the motor is passed beyond the drivetrain or axles, rear axles, towards the back. So even Jeremy Clarkson was making fun of it, like, well, Porsches are fine, it's just the engine is in the wrong side of the car. I mean, I guess it helps handling. I don't give a shit. It's a Porsche, it's a European car, it's a bullshit car that cool people can't afford. I'm gonna say that again. It's a bullshit car that cool people cannot afford. So there you go. What's next? Let's see. Oh, I'm in the last map. 3 laps. Where am I go? Autodrome Lago. I don't know how to spell that. Major? I don't know. I'm not cool enough to pronounce that word, I guess. Oh yeah, I do apologize. I tend to eat my words, and this live streaming shit is really bad. Probably because it's streaming, and I can only do 720. So it's either you deal with it or just fucking don't watch my videos. These guys can't drive for shit. Just like me. Oh, twitchy steering right there. Jesus. like I said before, in order to stop the fishtail, I have to tap on the gas and hopefully it will make traction before it's too late. Unlike any other cars, when you tap on the gas while slipping, it just keeps slipping. If it's a front-wheel drive like these two idiots in front of me, when you're slipping and you press on the gas, you gain traction. Or just keep understeering and hopefully it'll fucking grab. All-wheel drive cars has no such problems. Because they try to perfect the neutral handling. No understeer, no oversteer. But, you know, since nothing is perfect in this godforsaken planet, you know, gravity and physics start take its toll to the cars, and eventually you're still gonna slip and fall, understeer or oversteer. Downside of an all-wheel drive car is just they're friggin' heavy, so you rely on turbocharging or a bigger engine. Not the most efficient way to do it, since you have to, you know, the reason for bigger engines and turbochargers, boosts and all that is so you can turn all the 4 axles or 3 diffs or whichever. And then those things are extra parts, hence more weight. And you rely your engine's performance to turn the rotational mass of those parts, and hopefully you have enough torque to run it. That's why some of these all-wheel drive cars in the real world, engines tend to fail, especially, you know, Subaru with their head gasket problems, throwing rods left and right and bent valves and shit because you're straining the engine to spin all 4 tires. Plus it's a flat 4-cylinder, so it's like, you know, flat 4 motors, even the old school people, we call it the rubber band motors. Not because they're flimsy, it's just they have a really huge or really long timing belt or serpentine belt, accessory belt, whatever you call it, and then so damn long that it looked like a freaking rubber band. So, because you can just look like it's been stretched out. That's what they call rubber band motors. Yeah. That is it for this race. The French competition, you can only use French cars in this series. Well, let me go see what should I do next. Mini American race. I might do American. Might. Group 4 is fine too, I'm ready for that. GTR, goddamn, overrated sons of bitches. Look at that, all of them. The Clio Cup, I haven't done that yet. Did I already did the Mazda? I think yeah. Nope, I haven't done the Mazda yet. Shit. Guess I'll do that then. There's a lot of fucking races to do. It's insane. Fuck the rotaries, man. Why the hell do I have to fucking race this bullshit? Oh, thank God it's only 3 fucking maps. Yeah, fuck rotaries, man. It's like a fucking hybrid car. I mean, this thing got no fucking piston. Your components are made of fucking Doritos and gas wasting mechanical shits. I don't know. This fucking I think the motor itself is heavier than the Corvette V8, the aluminum V8. It's insane. I mean, when they made the RX-8, fucking probably the worst rotary ever made. I mean, I don't know what magazine it was, but all I remember when I'm reading it, it says the RX-8 has a V6 power with a V8 gas mileage, and then it burns oil because the stick version revs up to what, 9,000 RPM or 8,000 RPM, I think. And since it doesn't have a turbo, that RX-8 in the US, so you have to keep revving it to have that power, since, you know, rotaries has no torque because it's only a 1.3 rotating piece of garbage, so there's not much torque there unless you turbocharge it and decrease the RPM so it compensates. But the way it was made, it was just really bad. It was just, I don't know, it just burns oil because of the high RPMs and all the power's over there, so you just, of course you're gonna keep revving it. Gas mileage suck. I mean, and then plus it doesn't have that aura that the RX-7 did. It's not like the RX-7 was a good car anyway. It was just, they just look cool, you know. I mean, think about it. 98% or probably 99.9% of the world's engines are piston-powered engines with connecting rods and crankshafts and valves and camshafts. And then the 0.001% are rotaries. Can't fix it anywhere because you need to find a rotary shop. So if you're living where I'm from, you have to send your freaking engine somewhere else. I don't know. The whole thing is not fucking practical. It's a fucking hassle. Buy yourself a Corvette, a used one, or a V8 Mustang, not a V6. Because seriously, man, buy a Mustang, buy a V8. You know, if you want to save gas, go buy a fucking Taurus. Buy a fucking, I don't know, Charger, rather than fucking wasting your time in the fucking wankle rotary engine. You know, it was a cool concept back in the day because, in case you guys don't know, that this is a German engineering back in World War II. Well, they use it, what I know, they use it in World War II under the name Dr. Wankel, because Hitler wants to have a tank that would surpass overheating in the desert in Africa back in World War II. So Dr. Wankel himself made a rotary engine so it'll power those tanks. Air cooled, not water cooled, so most likely rely on air rather than water. You know, radiators and shit like your cars have nowadays. But, you know, seriously, what the fuck? I mean, air cooled. What's the weather like in Africa? Hot as fuck. So it's not really that reliable in those tanks. And tanks, they're fucking heavy as hell. You got people inside, you got ammunition, you got 1,000 pounds of fucking metal. You know, I mean, it's not gonna last long. So I don't know why Mazda borrowed that idea from Germany to make a fucking engine. I mean, I can rant this shit all day. The only thing rotary engines are good for is racing, motorsports. But here's the problem. The rules are you can't drive or you can't run a car with a rotary engine. It has to be all pistons. So, where are you gonna use the fucking motor then? For show, I guess. I mean, at least somebody got a good idea back in the day. Somebody got a Mazda RX-7 like you're looking right now. Took out the motor, the rotary motor, and they just dropped a V8 from a Corvette there. Or a Camaro. Oh, it was an LS V8 motor or 350 motor from Chevy. And they made it work. So, that was more practical than driving a rotary. Of course, people call it blasphemy, but dude, seriously. If I had a Mazda RX-7, I'd put a V8 in that bitch. I don't give no fucks. Plus, the problem with fucking RX-7s, I mean, rotary itself, I don't know, it's just normal bullshittery, like, you can't just drive this thing, stop and go, like from your house to and get groceries and then come back and just sit in a garage because they say carbon, they will make, you know, they will build more carbon than, you know, than normal cars. So when you start again, it'll be hard starting. There's not much compression in these engines. So what do the RX-7 or the rotaries rely? Fucking turbos. No turbos, gonna be like a failed RX-8 shit. Useless piece of crap. Oh, sweet. Got me out of here. Well, at least Mazda got it right with their Mazda MX-5s, or aka the Miatas, or in Japan, the luxury division, the Yonos Roadster, they call it. Yeah, Yonos is another brand of Mazda, if you guys don't know. Let's see here. Here's my specs. Do I have enough points to at least lower weight? I do. That's cool. 2183 all the way to less than 2,000 pounds. Just the way I like it. That's how cars supposed to be nowadays. Fucking just drop it to less than 2,000 pounds. Like small two-seater front drives, or like a roadster like the MX-5s. You know, make fucking cars great again. Jesus Christ. Nowadays, all this crap technology people be putting on cars, I don't know, it just doesn't work. So, I'm gonna quit this video and then re-upload another one. I'll be back.